Carlos Carrasco picks up his first win of the season, allowing just one earned run in 6 2/3. Anthony, with some of the unease or, volatility around the rotation, has Carrasco gone from fringe starter to key guy?
Yeah, to me, he has, Eamon. For a team built on starting pitching, you're going to need step up from some of these guys, right? And he picked a fine outing tonight to do it because they really needed something extra from him. He hasn't been pitching well this season at all. Jacked up his curveball usage against the Cubs. His fastball was actually up a tick in velocity, a whole mile per hour. These are all good things for him. But look, you're right about the state of this Met rotation. We all thought that this would be the driving force of the team, and that's kind of been hit or miss. Senga's been a little volatile, and Scherzer, Verlander have been up and down as well. So there's room for somebody to come in and do something here, and I think Carrasco has got an opportunity. I think we always underplay his potential and talent because he's had some rocky starts so far this year, but he was a big impact on the team last year, as Buck said there. So something good from him is a big boost to a team that needs it, to me, JJ.
Especially when you look at the other starters who have not done the job in those back end spots, and the pressure a guy like Carrasco can take off the bullpen. If he's giving you some significant length, it makes the team that much better. They need Carlos Carrasco to really step up and perform close to. I'm not going to say he's going to be the guy he was in Cleveland. I don't think his stuff is as good as it was when he was with Cleveland in like 2017 or 2018. But if he could be a solid, reliable fourth starter for this team, it makes everything flow that much better. So, yeah, I do think he's a key guy because Quintana's nowhere to be found. You don't want to see David Peterson. They really need Carrasco to step up. It's a great step in the right direction.
Yeah, you talk about saving the bullpen. The Mets are now 12-0 when the starter goes at least 6 innings, so they really need that length from the starters. All right, Jeff McNeil was hitless in the first 2 games of the series, but bounced back with 3 hits on Thursday. He's raised his average from 266 to 291 since May 13th. So, JJ, how different is this lineup when he's hitting like the guy who won a batting title?
Drastically different. We were talking about X factors earlier today on Baseball Night in New York, and I'm saying it's McNeil because of what he provides when he does get going. He's impossible to pitch to. He puts the ball in play. And last year, Anthony, it wasn't just hits. It was big hits. It was hits with runners in scoring position. It was those game-wrecking type of moments that the Squirrel provided way too often over the course of the year. This year, it seems like Jeff's been the classic 1 for 4. So to see a game like this, monstrous, now you hope McNeil goes on one of those tears.
Yeah, his contact ability, JJ, always gives you that other dimension to the offense, too. And he doesn't strike out, so he just by himself, just by being himself, he lengthens the lineup, gets the ball in play, makes things happen. This is huge for him to get going because he hasn't really hit so far this year the way you expect him to. The youngsters are ahead of him on the OPS chart, or at least they were up until recently. So, this is a big development for the Mets as well, a huge thing for them if Jeff McNeil gets back to the guy that he was last year.